Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and welcome to another edition of Advice from a Content Creator. Yes, once again, I will be talking on hate, giving out advice to people out there that deals with hate. I feel like you can't really say anything to a hater to change their mind on why they're hating on somebody. Once when they have their mind made up that they hate a person, it's only, at the end of the day, it's only up to them to change their mind. So, they themselves will have to change it, but any outside parties, you can't really convince a person. And that's the thing. There's, two different types of haters out there. There's, the person that leaves the initial comment about you or, a video or whatever. There's them, and then there's the fans of that content creator. And the fans of that content creator, there's no sitting down and talking with them. And then there's the person that makes the video or comments about you, where it's, they're the reason why you have a whole hate train after you in the first place. It's a 50-50 chance, of trying to convince them, but you'll have to sit down and have a conversation with them. But sometimes conversations is just really out the question. That's one of the things with me. I never reach out to the people that have made hate videos about me, because I'm regardless of who it is, whether it's the fans or it's the head leader themselves, I care less to talking with them and having a conversation with them. I'm at the end of the day, I'm that's wasting my time. I would rather, make a video, make some, something out of it, show off, the skills that I have. And I'm I don't need a script. I don't need, no planned out video. I'm sitting here doing this, this podcast episode. I'm sitting here doing this with no notebook in front of me, no notes, nothing. I'm just talking off of the top of my dome. So, at the end of the day, I'm I feel like this is the one thing that they can't stop me from doing is being myself. And that's probably what triggers a lot of my haters, because they don't like me. They don't like who I am. They don't like what I represent. When it comes to content creators, and that's overall being yourself. Don't listen to criticism, don't listen to hate, because that's just gonna slow you down. And I'll admit, no, my haters, they definitely their prayers have been answered. I've been slowed down from bothering, being bothered with them, trying to argue back and forth and a bunch of other stuff. But when you sit down and take the time to really focus on yourself, and that's why I've said in previous, episodes, but when you sit down and take the time to focus on yourself, what a hater says doesn't matter. They can say some of the most downright disrespectful. See, here's the thing. I'm a black content creator, so obviously they're going to go after the one thing that they can obviously see about me, and that's one of the only jokes that they really can't crack about me, or the only, quote unquote hurtful stuff that they can say about me is the color of my skin. I've been on YouTube. Well, I've been taking YouTube seriously for 6 years. Next July, next April, I think that's when I created my gaming channel, because that's when I started, taking YouTube seriously. But yeah, next April will be 7 years when I've been really just going at it with YouTube and stuff. And ever since then, I had to say, well, more so when I had created or started doing reaction videos, that's when I started experiencing racism. Because at the time being, when reaction videos was at its peak and was at its prime, I feel reaction videos is just its own thing now. It's like a gaming videos or makeup tutorials. It's it's not famous, but at the same time, it's not a small idea. Literally everybody does reaction videos, from the biggest content creators to the smallest content creators. But I remember when in 2015, when it was at its peak and everybody was on that wave, whether they loved it or hated it, the one thing that everybody would do, if they hated it, and they would go after black content creators that was doing reaction videos. You can ask any black content creator out there that was doing reaction videos between the years of 2015 and 2016. Did you get racist comments? Chances are a 99.99% of the black content creators that was doing reaction videos, even black content creators that don't do reaction videos, you're still going to get people that just hate you for the color of your skin. They don't want to admit that they're racist. They'll say everything under the moon on why they're not racist. But at the end of the day, if they're attacking you and they're calling you racist, derogatory names, and then they're going to try to play off that whole act like, I'm not racist. What are you talking about? I'm not racist. They're racist. Like, I'll never forget the one guy, he called me a delusional monkey, and I told him, like, that's racist, bro. You can't call a black person a monkey. And that's one of the dumb things that haters will say to, like, try to manipulate. That here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now about haters. Do not believe any excuses, anything that they try to tell you. Because it's all just, it's jokes. It's trolling. It's lies. It's whatever you want to call it. But you can't see any positivity in what a hater says about you, or something to defend themselves on the actions that they're doing across, like, your platforms on whatever you're on and stuff. But I called him out for being a racist. He tried telling me that he's not racist because he has black friends. And I'm like, I could care less about your black friends. Right now, you're saying something to me that is literally racism. Like, that is racism. You calling a black person a monkey, you like, oh, well, because I have black friends, like, oh, I'm in the clear. No. Like, you're still racist, whether you're saying it, like, and the fact is that you're saying it to your friends. Like, my thing is this. I think a lot of people don't understand that when they say, like, oh, I have black friends, so it's okay, like, they're cool with it and stuff. No, that's making them uncomfortable, and they think that you're probably some crazy psychopath when you're going in their face saying some racist stuff to them. Like, I'm saying, like, if there was a white person that I knew that was just openly saying, like, the N-word or any other racist derogatory, I'm looking at this person, I'm going to check them, of course, but I'm going to be looking at them like, okay, so this person may be a psychopath, and like, people getting angry at them might trigger, like, that murdering part of their brain, and then they're gonna try to kill me. So I'll probably, like, will approach them and be like, hey, just saying, that's racist. Like, you can't, just go. And yeah, my thing is this. Watch this TV. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know of that TV show, but watch this TV show called Atlanta. I think it's the first episode. And the main star of the show, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who the main star of the show is, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. But he has his own TV show for those that don't know. But there was a scene in that show where it was a friend of his, well, former friend, ex-friend of his, and he was just dropping the N-word just left and right, like it was no big deal. And when it was just with him, he was all like, and this was like a face-to-face confrontation. So he's obviously just saying it in front of, like, Donald Glover's face. Donald Glover is looking at him like, bro, is you good? Like, well, why are you saying? So I think it got to the ending of the episode, and I think he was cracking a joke or something. But anyways, it got to the end of the episode where Donald Glover was with, some other, black friends. There was, that obviously he's friends with. But anyways, pulls up with his black friends, asks the guy, hey, what was that joke that you was telling me earlier? You were saying some joke earlier, and you said a couple of times. The guy's like, oh, I just a dumb joke. It was stupid. It wasn't. And that's the thing. On the internet, here's my advice. On the internet, people will always try to say, like, some racist stuff, and will always try to come up with some excuses on why they're saying it. Never, ever will they approach a person with that same energy. Never. That's one way you can shut down a racist person. That's how I shut this guy down that was calling me a delusional monkey on Twitter. But I told him, okay, so that's why I saw that he lived in New York. And I'm like, hey, do me a favor. Record yourself going to, like, Harlem or Brooklyn or somewhere, somewhere where there's a lot of black people. Or just approach a black person and you call them a delusional monkey. See how that confrontation goes. He knew by default what was going to happen to him without me having to even say it. I was just like, bro, just approach some black people and just say that to them. But he knew what was going to happen to him. So that's why he was just like, oh, I can say it to TMossBoss because I hate him. I'm like, no, it don't. My thing is this. At the end of the day, there's no excuse on, you saying something racist and derogatory towards a black person, whether you love them or hate them. There's no excuses on that. You should always have respect for black people. But there's people out there that don't. Why? Because they're racist. But it was funny because when I had told him like go to like Harlem or Brooklyn, you know, like Queens, like somewhere where there's like a lot of black people. I really don't know New York too well, but I know that there's some areas out there. Harlem for sure. I know that's like an area where there's a lot of black people and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, go out there and you try to like go and be on some stuff where you're calling like black people. You know what? No. Figure out where the ASAP Mob headquarters is at. I don't know exactly where, but yeah, go up to like ASAP Rocky, go up to like ASAP Ferg, go up there and like just stand in the middle of the whole ASAP Mob, right? Shout out to ASAP Mob. We ain't got no relations. I just wanted to shout them out. But I'm like, how do you think that interaction would have been if he just approached a bunch of black people? Like, please, like, no, like, reach out to me, whether it's, you know, in one of my streams or in my videos, and you're like, hey, heard the podcast, yada yada, I think this. But no, it was funny because he knew what was going to happen to him, and he was all like, why do you think everybody's going to have a violent encounter? I'm like, because they are. You approach a black person, you say some racist stuff to them, you're gonna cast some violent. And he's probably, my thing is this dude's probably been a racist his whole life, or he might have discovered it at some point in time of his life. But anyways, he probably seen what would happen to him if he would do that. He probably seen like somebody at his school or somebody just out and about somewhere in New York, and they said some racist stuff to a black person, and probably seen that person just get pulverized, and he was just like, see, that person is stupid. You gotta think that stuff. You gotta say that stuff to them when you're online, but you can't say it to them face to face. Like, that's the one thing I had to say out of all of the, because I have to say pretty much every person, well, I don't think the first guy that I've beefed with on YouTube, but I think everybody after, well, actually, well, there was one person I beefed with that was, he was black, but me and him, we're cool now. But I think everybody else, like outside of the first person I beefed with and the black person I beefed with, yeah, well, not, I know a lot of people are gonna be thinking, wait a minute, Minnesota boy? No, that man's racist. Like, no, there was another YouTuber, after Minnesota boy, and he was black, and yeah, he never say, well, it just wouldn't even make any sense, but, I mean, he never said anything racist to me, but yeah, everybody else after that, you know, they've always have said some sort of racist stuff, or they have like approved of the racist stuff that's been said to me. If not, and I'm like, okay, prove to me that they're all like, oh, we're against that, and we're, you know, but they never, like, that's the thing with a hater. They don't care what's happening to you. They don't care what's being said to you. They don't care what's being done on your channel. Or platforms. They don't care about nothing that is happening to you. At the end of the day, the only thing that they want from you is to stop. They want you to stop doing what you're doing, stop following your dreams, stop, like, whatever it is. A hater will, and especially, my thing is, like, when there's a hater out there where they got a following, the only thing that they want their followers to do is to attack you until you can no longer take it. And that's the thing with a lot of people, and I was like, that's something that I've always have spoken out against, or spoken out about, is that people, you have to have thick skin if you're going to get into content creating. You cannot get into content creating like weak-minded or scared, or, you know, because here's the thing, like, I know a lot of people probably would ask me, like, how was it when I got into content creating? Because I got into it young. I got into it when I was like 13 years old. And there was never the idea of, like, you know, oh, I'm going, like, you know, going to stop if I deal with haters. That never crossed my mind. What was crossing my mind from day one of, like, becoming a content creator is entertaining my audience. So that meant, like, overall, like, you know, coming out with the best videos, going above and beyond. Because I had to say, like, now, like, when I sit down and look at all of the equipment I have, from vlogging cameras to, like, editing softwares, music software, or, like, music, you know, like, gear and stuff, like, a crap ton of shoes I could talk, and then 38 YouTube channels, all these different things. I'm like, I'm entertaining people regardless. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care how difficult it's going to get. Like, the only thing that I care about is entertaining at least one person. Once I've entertained that one person, I'm like, and it's too far gone. I'm like, I've entertained that one person 11 years ago. I'm like, it was friends. It was, you know, random people across the world. The fact that there's people that I'm friends with to this day. They live in the UK. They live in India. They live in Canada. They live out here in the States. There's people that lives all over across the world. And I'm like, the fact that I've managed to entertain them, and then I'm supposed to stop doing what I'm doing. Like, no, people, sit down and think about that. You posted your first video, whether it's a vlog, whether it's whatever it is. You posted your first video. You gained that one subscriber. You've gained that one fan. You got that first like. I'm saying, like, my thing is this. Even if you get, like, even if you have, like, the first interaction that you have with somebody, and it's like, you know, a hater that's like, oh, I hate this video. You should stop. Don't post any more videos. This is stupid. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. That's it. Like, that's, you know, like, okay, I obviously, you know, like, or my thing is this, if you want to continue doing what you're doing, do that. At the end of the day, YouTube has always been about broadcasting yourself and being yourself. So, if you decide you want to continue going on and doing whatever it was that attracted that hater, because you're, you know, but you have to be in that mindset where you're like, oh, well, you know what? That's just one person. I know there's going to be somebody out there that's entertained by my content. Keep searching for that one person. Doesn't matter how long it'll take, you're going to eventually find that one person that is entertained by your content. Because I'm saying, you got some of the most cringiest people. Look at the Island Boy guys. I'm like, bro, because my thing is, like, when they came out, I was just like, nah. I'm like, I know they're not talking about, like, no, like an actual, like, you guys came from, like, Staten Island, Rhode Island, maybe there, but you, like, no, like, island, like, some, like, you know, like, the Caribbeans or Hawaii, I don't know, but you ain't came from no island. Like, there's them different type, them like state, like the United States, like them type of islands, like I said, like, you know, Rhode Island, freaking, you know, some place like that. But you definitely ain't came from no island. Like, I'm on some, like, haha Davis type. Like, when you say it twice, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, but no, I'm saying, like, look at those guys. Like, those guys, they came out with probably one of the most cringiest songs this year. But look at them. They probably will. Nah, they got booed at a concert not too long ago. But I'm pretty sure there's people that's following them, and because they like them, they're all like, oh, no, these guys is entertaining and stuff. That's the thing. You never know what's going to entertain a person. So I'm saying, like, bring yourself or bring characters, bring whatever you want to bring to content creating. It's all about having a positive interaction with people. When you have a positive interaction with people, I'm like, anything else that a person says, it doesn't matter. You know, so it's like you could get the craziest of the craziest hate, or you could get the most loving community possible, you know, with content creating. It, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you know, the more positive, it's all about that positive interactions and you being comfortable with what you're doing on the internet. So, and then it's like, if you don't feel comfortable, change it up. It's always good to change up things. You lose fans, but it's like, at least you're following your dreams. At least you're doing what you want to do. It's going to get hard at times, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you're doing what you want to do. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 38 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. If you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off of your first purchase. And make sure you use my supported creator code for Epic Games and, you know, get a discount, some stuff, whatever. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.